Dick bought the place in '57. I first started coming in here when I was, well, I wasn't quite 21, in '58. And Dick used to be behind the bar. The bar was on the other side of downstairs in.
Right.
And they had a little carryout up front, and Dick would be there, you'd see him. And his first manager was a guy named John Cartwright.
John Cartwright. And he was a retired Marine, World War II. And he was my first employee at Nick's. At that time, he was working for Bob Hack, which is Best Beers here in town. He's the one that said, you know, Dick, you don't have anybody that really knows how to run a bar. He says, I do. And he said, I think you should hire me. So I did. And we didn't know what we were doing, didn't know how much to pay each other. It just was a complete evolution.
The original Nick's was a tiny little place, just this front room that we're sitting in, and that's it. And then through the years, it's been added on and added on.
Nick's didn't have a kitchen when I bought it, just had a grill behind the bar. And that was it, hamburgers and cheeseburgers. Where the kitchen is now used to be just seating area. And we decided, well, we'd better have a kitchen. And that's another evolution.
The bathrooms were accessible from this room, and so you didn't have to go back in the back room for that. The back room didn't serve anything, didn't have a bar.
And it didn't have a liquor license, just had beer. Maybe had wine, but they didn't hardly sell any wine at that time.
People played chess in here at the booths, and people read and people talked, and it was more like an old saloon. You know, it had that feel to it.
When I bought Nick's, they didn't serve Negroes.
At that time, Nick was dead. His widow, Frank's mother, was running the place, and of course she was frightened to death about what this would do to the business.
I think maybe Dick Hatcher had asked Fred what he could do about integrating Nick's. I'm not sure we even called it integration back then.
No one was serving. And we tried to get everyone to cooperate, to serve, and we couldn't get it done. And eventually we did serve.
People referred to us Negroes then, not blacks. And so I had a knock on the door, and this young Negro guy, he later became good friends too. He later became mayor of Gary, Indiana. He said, "Can I come in and sit and talk with you for a while?" He said, "I hear you're buying Nick's." And I said, "Yeah, come on in." So we sat, and he says, what are you going to do about serving Negroes? And I said, "Well, I hadn't even thought about it. There's no problem. I didn't know, why." And he said, "Well, maybe you didn't know that Nick's does not serve Negroes." And I said, "Boy, I didn't know that. It never dawned on me." He said, "Well, how are you going to handle it?" I said, "Well, hey, it's a place that's open for business, period." I never even thought of it. I don't think we even used the word discrimination then, 50 years ago. And so I said, "No, that'll never be a problem." And it never was never even considered a problem, never has been, never will be. Didn't realize it was happening at the time. Yeah, Dick Hatcher, mayor of Gary. Wonder where he is.
It pretty much opened the rest of the bars in downtown. A couple of others, I had to call them up or talk to them sometime.